Hello once again, it's your boy That's No Moon, and today's video I had a rare half an hour free where I didn't quite know what to do with it, so what better way to spend it with yourselves and have a look at Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker and the event. Now this, just as a little disclaimer, this is not going to be a hardcore guide, this is going to be a filthy casuals and just a little bit of light entertainment to appreciate the event that CG gave us, because in honesty, this is one of the best events that they've ever come out with, and also one of the best characters that they've come out with. Not a super complicated kit, but complicated enough to make him amazing at any level. Whether he's fighting GLs or other teams, he just makes everyone around him that much better. And yeah, he's a one-man army as well, so that is awesome. In terms of his stats at the moment, pretty happy with the stats. Speed I could do with a little bit more, but who couldn't? As you can see there, I've tried to slice a couple of mods. But the one thing I do want to notice, or do want to bring attention to rather, is that health steal of 40%. And obviously he'll get like buffs for his protection as well and stacking. But also that health steal, we don't really see that like a huge deal. We see it with other Galactic Legends. Their health steal is around about 40% as well. But there's not many characters that are sort of reaching that. When you think about like Raid Han, his health steal is 10%, and Darth Revan. Again, Darth Revan is probably like very similar. Health steal is 20% on that one. So this guy's an absolute one-man army, and as I said, go through now. This is a filthy casuals guide with a few of the strats that I used. But again, there are a lot of videos out there that if you want a quick sort of stand and bang, like go in, watch it for 20 seconds, and go back to the event. This isn't the one for you. This is more a chill out look at the event with some ideas on how to get through it as well if you're struggling. Otherwise, it's just an entertainment video, and it's just me going through the event, having some fun with it as well. So let's hop over to the footage in a second. And just before we do, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already. It really does help out the channel. And let me know your feedback. Have you got him? Have you attempted him? Are you trying to get those side characters up to scratch? Do you not want to know how to mod him? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. And you can also join the Discord as well if you do want to chat more Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, in the description below. So without further ado, let's head on in and let's go and see this event. Okay, so it's Christmas Eve. Cast your mind back. It is Christmas Eve, and I'm like a kid at Christmas Eve at the moment. Tier 1, we did remod Wampa. And again, this going through this, my kind of objective to this one was to see how little remodding I could get away with. I was also having a look at how cheap I could get through it with the Zetas as well. I don't have either Zeta on Wampa. I was very well prepared to put one or even two on if needed. So we were just going to have a quick look at going in dry essentially, and then going from there and seeing what we needed. And actually, we didn't need two of those Zetas as well. The Zeta, I mean, Furious, yeah, Corner Beast is an absolutely fantastic Zeta anyway. I don't tend to use one for a huge amount, I'll be honest, but it is a hugely fun character. So we absolutely stacked this character with tenacity, and yet he's still got a huge amount of debuffs on him anyway. I dread to think without that tenacity how many we would have got. So yeah, here it's just about timing. So if we're in a good spot, we can hit basic, or we can hit the one where it ramps up your offense. I don't feel like at this stage I need to clear any debuffs or anything. There, for example, when I've got speed down, defense down, 100%, I want to try and clear those debuffs sort of like as soon as possible. And whenever I'm in a good spot, I'm going to ramp him up as well. So again, you shouldn't find like a huge amount of difficulty with this phase. You'll have Wampa at like relic level 3, but yeah, tenacity is super important anyway. There I'm going to clear off the debuffs. I've now got buff immunity, unfortunately, so I won't be getting anything. Whoops. What's happening there with my internet? There we go. We're back online. Okay. And as you can see here, it's like a little bit of game of cat and mouse. It really is. It's like to-ing and fro-ing. It's like those boxes that just take chunks out of each other. And yeah, just a basic here. Oh, Wampa's looking a little bit laboured now, actually. I think there I need some bonus protection. He's got his call to action up annoyingly, but we're in not a bad spot, actually. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, you're not looking so handsome now, Commander Luke Skywalker. And just a basic again. And yeah, let's finish it off with one of those. So that one, that first stage was a huge amount of fun. Like, I absolutely love that one as well. And annoyingly, you can't replay these phases once you've completed them until it's in the journey guide as well, or like permanently. So tier 2 is the reverse. So we're in the cave now. Wampa has taken Commander Luke hostage and he is in the cave. So let's go in and have a look at this one. Now, Commander Luke Skywalker, I think this first one I went in with like this mod set. So I think it was just a case of I prioritized potency as opposed to, so they're 277 speed. Potency was 73 and he's relic level 3 as well. So we have done this the bare minimum and absolutely it is like absolutely fine. So here I start out. I didn't manage to reduce turn meter on that one. But again, it's always going to be RNG with this. And yeah, he's got his bonus protection up now. Defense down, which is quite good. And yeah, okay, they're great. We got rid of that. It was very early in the morning, 8:55 a.m. I was actually playing this. And just as a precursor, I usually wake up at about 9:30 when I'm not in work anyway. So this was Christmas Eve. And as I said, hugely excited to get this event done. So let's head back on in. And I think this time I did actually get, so call to action is great, recover the 40% health protection, and plus 50 accuracy, critical chance and crit damage as well. But I don't feel like we need it yet. I feel like we save it to get like a med pack basically. And yeah, there we go. So we did manage to reduce turn meter that first turn. Now we've got speed down, which is great. And just a basic again. And I guess the nice thing about basics is as well, they do strip turn meter. But here I'm able to get away with not using call to action pretty much at all. But there I go for some extra crit damage. Let's strip off that turn meter. Yeah, and there we go. That's all she wrote. So this event can go one of two ways, or this stage can go one of two ways. You can go either particularly easy if you get the RNG with the potency. Otherwise, it's going to be a case of you're sort of really struggling back and forth as well. So don't blame yourself on that one. It is pretty much lap of the RNG gods in terms of how much you how much you actually are able to like reduce turn meter. And just going back in, so this was eventually, I think I did remod. I put a different speed mod on. This is what I ended up doing it with. So I ended up with a potency cross, crit damage triangle, speed on the, yeah, that one I just changed up. And I ended up with, I think it was close to 300 speed and around about 70%, around about 70%, I think it was potency, but I will have a look now in a second. So yeah, 50,000 health, 42 protection, 299 speed, and 73% potency. So nothing out of this world. Again, you probably could prioritize potency a little bit more than speed, but that's what I got through it with. So I thought I would bring light to that anyway, and how I did it. Tier 3, now this one was a little bit annoying. I did go in and just having a look, if you do want to pause at any of the mods, this one, the footage actually cut out on the second half of the tier, so it's not particularly bad. It's certainly when I've had a look at like a few others playing this, when it like originally came out about 6 months ago, I was a little bit worried about this stage. I didn't do an extensive amount of remodding, and it didn't take me, like, it was second attempt, I think it was. And this one, yeah, it's like a little bit annoying, but it's not a huge issue in terms of remodding or anything like that. I didn't have to do anything fancy with, I mean, speed and potency on C-3PO. Anyway, that's how I run them. Chewie had like a damage set, crit damage set on him, and yeah, it was just a case of like just playing it smart essentially. Kind of want to take out the AoE guys first, but there's a couple of stormtroopers in there as well that will apply defense up. So we want to clear that defense up and get through it as sort of quickly as possible. So yeah, we clear that pretty much instantaneously. Hunker down. Now this is a really useful ability when you do want to heal up on like Rolo as well. She's probably the softest lad out there. So we had a nice big hit. Again, you could probably prioritize potency for her because there's quite a few debuffs that it does apply. And yeah, crit hits as well, crit chance if you really want to like min-max it. But honestly, there is like no need to. Basics will honestly get you through this like not too bad at all. And 100% make use of those exposes as well because they're going to do the work for you. So hitting the exposes is pretty much the name of the game. We should be able to actually clear this off, not quite yet. And it's same sort of strategy in tier 2 as well, just make the most of those exposes. I'm going to clear that off now. And yeah, I completed this one on the second time of asking anyway. But as I said, the footage cut off halfway through this one, annoyingly, because I was doing it bit by bit by bit. Okay, so make the most of those exposes. Ding, ding. And yeah, tier 3 isn't like a huge amount to worry about. It is like as a fan, it is absolutely great seeing Vader in the back, just standing there, waiting to come into battle. And actually on tier 3, he did actually enter the battle, took one turn, and I just managed to get through it. So again, not a huge amount of modding that was needed. This one is going to be the ships part of it, and we've got an event unit in there. And we've got Wedge and our Millennium Falcon anyway, so this one isn't like particularly too bad. But going in blind to this one, I just thought I'd hit some buttons, see how easy it can be. And yeah, the long and short of it is it took me 2 tries. So I failed on this first attempt, and then successfully went through it. I thought, right, well, I'm going to go after the TIE Bomber first. This is probably the most like annoying one. And in the bottom right, you will see like a little timer where you've got to hit the hyperspace. So no, and like I wish that they would have something like that capital ship in the game because essentially, like this is a cool capital ship. They've got the art there. Just bring it into the game already. Like I would love like a secondary rather than Akbar. I would love like a secondary like little light cruiser or something like that. I think there's it doesn't seem to be too hard to improve ships, and I would love to see that that ship in the game as well. So yeah, outmaneuvering here, and right, we got rid of one, and basically don't hit the middle ship. Don't hit. I think it's Vader in that middle ship anyway. So we got rid of that one. We're not looking particularly good with Wedge at the moment. He's dispelled that, which could be annoying if Wedge takes a barrage there. Oh, there we go, Wedge. He's gone. But we went straight back in, and essentially, like, it wasn't that hard anyway. There we are. We got the taunt up. We're going to hit that big attack there. And yeah, it's as I said, this is a fun little ships battle. It's not designed to trip you up, really. I've seen a lot of people with very low gear. Wedge, again, that does sort of roll the dice a little bit on RNG and assists and things like that. So, but again, don't stress too much about this one. A little bit annoying when they come in with a counter. Not a huge amount that you can do about that, though. So let's basic him into Oblivion. And yeah, in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see, although I haven't covered, obviously, we're closely approaching. And there's nothing we can do here. Essentially, we're just waiting for the timer because we can't actually damage him. And yeah, they'll stay thick as long as they don't like directly target Wedge. And there we go. So it's opened up. He's in hyperspace as well. Get yourselves out of there because the reinforcements are coming. They're getting closer. Oh yeah, watch this. Oh no, the hyperdrive engine fails. Lots of nostalgia with this event. I think they did this really, really well, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I absolutely love playing this event, and the end result is incredible as well. As I said, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is like such a boss character as well. So tier 5, we're going to need Commander Luke, and we're going to need Hermit Yoda as well. Both are relic level 3. I know they recommend level 5, however, not needed. That one, I pretty much kept the same set, apart from that cross. I think I went back to something else. Speed and health on this one. Again, it's sort of like decent practice anyway to have good speed on Hermit Yoda. And yeah, so it wasn't hugely different to what I actually run Commander Luke in phase 1. So here we are in the cave. I feel cold. That blaze is strong with the dark side of the Force. What's in here? Only what you take with you. So huge amount of nostalgia here with this one. And as I said, absolutely incredible event. So I think I want to get Masters Training out there like absolutely straight away. Little bit of tic-tac-toe with this one. So strip the turn meter there. Nice counter there. And yeah, this one was just a feel good event. So I had decent speed on Commander Luke as well. So strip some turn meter there, get a stun, and the stun. So it was important about the potency as well, because stripping the turn meter and stuns came in big with this one. So he's gone. Now we're just between Stormtrooper and Snowtrooper. So we got a double stun there, which is great. That's gonna like shut them down. I think Snowtrooper is definitely the most, and with call to action, I can like go through the taunt as well. So Masters Training again. Let's whittle him down and let's take out Stormtrooper. Nice stun once again. Probably should use that there because I've got an expose on me and looking in pretty bad shape. And just try and strip the turn meter there. Again, he's going to taunt. That's absolutely fine. Call to action is off, so I can't avoid the taunt at the moment. So let's switch that back on. Go over to Snowtrooper. There we go. That was a big hit, you know. Like that Stormtrooper, when they connect, I know they don't hit often. That was a big hit. So there we are. So beware the Stormtrooper. Honestly, that was a huge hit. So I'm just going to recover up just in case he tries any nonsense once again. Okay, let's get rid of some turn meter. Let's get rid of some turn meter. Let's bash away. And I completely forgot there was a second part to this event as well, or this stage. So I thought this was like the entirety of it when I first played through. So I absolutely forgot that this actually had a second part. So like, what a great stage as well. Here he is, Vader. And yeah, okay. So we've still got Masters Training on, which is great. We're going to have all the buffs from there. I can't clear the buffs, but I can put on call to action, obviously. Rough ability block here. So tenacity does play a part. Obviously, I don't want to get caught behind too much of that ability block and stuff like that. He's got speed down, which is important. So 25% less speed. But yeah, here you can see we're taking a bit of a battering. So let's strip that. Big counter, and we just outlasted him, basically. So that one's a lot closer than I would liked it to have been. But again, I feel like potency is probably pretty important on that one. Argument for tenacity as well with that for ability blocks, because that can get you in a sticky situation. And we're on to tier 6. So amazing event so far. This one was the hard one. So this one is probably the time consumer on the event. This one will probably take you anywhere between 10 minutes and an hour, maybe. Yeah, this one, the Chewbacca and C-3PO is like based on, I can't remember whether it's Chewbacca's stats or C-3PO stat. I can't quite remember whether they are combined. But essentially, I had to remod this a couple of times, and I was getting a little bit frustrated with this. So don't feel like too bad if you ain't completing this first time. I think the important bits are going to be like damage. on 3PO and Chewie. So this is, so first and foremost, this is going to be a dry run. So this is how I mod them anyway, and just having a look. I did like this, like huge Rebel barrage. Really, really enjoyed this. The artwork has changed, obviously. It's the same thing. Dispel all debuffs on that shiny distraction, but again, I put out the blind there. This is the first run, so this is me literally playing it the first time. Now there exposes, I think, I can't quite remember how it works, but I think when the enemy actually misses, there's an expose, and the exposes absolutely kill you. And there's not a huge amount that you can do. I think it's when there's a dodge, an expose comes onto that character. So hugely annoying. So also when so take haste in actually putting out blind right until the end, I feel. So we have got advantage. So it is a weird little balance game between clearing debuffs, between managing your stacks of expose, but also like taking the enemy's ability away, like ability block or whatever it is. But again, I can see the counter argument that if the enemy is actually missing, then they're going to stack exposes. Again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. I can't quite remember. So we didn't get a blind on Boba. Boba is like the absolute issue and the absolute MVP in this one. You can see there's a huge amount of exposes going on. And 3PO is like no longer for this world, unfortunately, on this run. So rip this run, and yeah. So it took a little bit of working out with the mechanics, which I still like can't exactly remember. But yeah, I did go in, get a successful run, and I will show you how I modded them at the end to save you maybe about an hour's hard labor. So here we go. So this would have been the successful run. I think I went absolute speed on Rebel Leia. I think I put like second fastest mod set on her. Lando, weirdly, I actually went with speed. So I got into 300 speed, and that felt like the difference. Speed sets. So I think I've worked out that basically tenacity doesn't work because it works off a miss, getting those exposes. So I think I just jacked up the speed on. If in doubt, add more speed. So yeah, got rid of that there with the advantage. Also, I can see an argument for actually having 3PO is maybe like saving that Rebel barrage, getting advantage, and then using that on the second turn as well, because you're going to get more crit hits of it. Well, you're going to get 10 crit hits basically. I also jacked up the damage on this guy. Okay, so we could go on 3PO, get rid of those because I'm getting quite near to the end of it. And there we are. So I felt like I kind of had to brute force my way through this. Double down. There we go. So yeah, I actually thought that Lando, it was decent. Getting him like nice and speedy. Okay, and again, we're not going to cleanse those because they're going to cleanse themselves anyway in the second round. Right, here we are. So we're going to open up with that. And okay, I'm going to blind them all for the moment. Double down again. Eesh. Go a big hit here. That was a nice big hit, actually. Double down again. And like, honestly, I feel that this is probably one of the toughest ones. Oh, that was another failed run, actually. Okay. Right, this might have been the run. Okay, so it'll be, I think it was same mods. I will just have a look. As I said, I was recording this like in the background. This is Christmas Eve, so we were kind of like rushing to get everything done with Christmas. So apologies on that one. Should have come straight to this one. There we go. So that was talking about the difference with using that as well. You can see the cooldown there is much, much better. There we go. So that felt like it helped a little bit. Basically back-to-back Rebel barrages. And there we go. 3 Rebel barrages in one. So I think having the speed, getting the advantage up, and then going the Rebel barrage, I think that's the absolute like min-max way to go because of the reduction on cooldowns. So that I think is probably one of the most important things. So I think here I decide maybe not to blind, although I've got him coming up. Can't quite remember. Yes, I did. Okay, hit that expose on Boba. Okay, double down. Got a nice number of crits there. There, I had it wiped off, I think. That was a huge hit. And I think that one just won me the battle. There he comes now, Lando. But yeah, this one felt like I sort of had to brute force it and was a little bit annoying. But actually, Rebel Leia is probably like the key to it, actually, and getting crits to reduce that cooldown. And now it's even easier because it's going to be 10 hits and it's going to hit only the characters. So when there's 5 there, let's say, it might average out 2 per person. But when there's 2 there, it's going to hit them even harder or even more times. So that's a good thing. So I think I jump at this stage. I jump into the mods and have a look. Let's see what I did it with. Okay. Oh, I did do tenacity. There we go. So it was 295. So it was a quick tenacity set. So I think that Malak set that I did with that one, tenacity was 100%. Speed was 295. The one on Lando, what did I do with him? Oh, that was offense. Right. Okay. That makes sense. So that was 253. And damage, I got physical offense to 5.6, 5.7. I think there's a few ways to skin a cat, so let me know how you did it in the comments for that one. That was rough. Didn't enjoy that one and was getting a little bit frustrating, but it. I don't know whether like different mods did actually help or whether it was just an RNG chance with Rebel Leia that got that one through and critting and just getting back to back to back. So there's a couple of ways there that I think you can do it, like either outrun them or tenacity. But I think that one of the most important things was like increasing damage on Lando as well. Incredible cinematics here. A lot of care obviously taken with this one. Absolutely love this one. Polygons. So yeah. Here we go. And again, this is a duel with Vader. So open up, try to strip some turn meter. And get call to action on. He's pretty like tenacious actually. Nothing I'm doing there is stripping any turn meter. So I think he's got like a huge I think he's got like a huge boost to his tenacity in terms of turn meter. Or it could be leadership, I don't quite know. But yeah, I think tenacity here. Potency is good because you can get speed down. Tenacity, I think it's about balancing the two. If you can get both, brilliant. If not, just concentrate on one and pray to the RNG gods on the other. Yeah, this was cool actually. The first time I did this, I absolutely like wiped because I didn't attack these bloody boxes to start with. But there you can see speed down, defense down, buff immunity, all good stuff. And here we go. And yeah, I think I did prioritize tenacity here for the dots. And the less dots you get, the easier it becomes. And here we go. Working our way downtown. Okay, the boxes are back, the killer boxes. Oof. There we go. Oh, these boxes. And this was where the sweaty palms were coming because, again, I was so close to unlocking Jedi Knight Luke. But honestly, like, stage 5 is the toughest. Or the one with Rolo, Lando, and, yeah, enjoying the cinematics. Whoa! There he goes out the window. We all know where this leads to. So yeah, probably one of the most iconic scenes in movie history, possibly. So the last tier, tier 8, we play as Vader. Now, this is usually how I run him anyway. Speed is 275. Physical offense is 6.7. And very tempted to swap back to an offense set, actually, but by the by. So this character can't be defeated. So we're on a timer there. It's 25 turns. So again, ability block is pretty important in this one, I feel. So jacking up a little bit potency if you are struggling with this one is going to stop like any of those big issues. Yeah, there we go. Call to action. We ain't defeating Luke. Let's put it that way. We'll have a good go though. Big saber toss. Pray for the crit. And there we go. We're looking ropey, but we got a bit of health back there, and we got a lot of health back there. So it looks a good matchup, like to and fro, you know. And here this comes disarm. We're going to do a bit of fancy jousting here. Attempt to subdue Luke for the Emperor. Oh, so iconic. Here we go. Such a menacing like figure throughout all of movie history, Darth Vader. And yeah, the absolute iconic scene. Together we could rule the galaxy side by side. So there it was. The Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker event. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully that does give you a little bit of food for thought. As I say, it's not a hardcore guide. It's not intended to. It was just some of the little strats that I used for it. So fingers crossed, good luck with yours if you're still going for it. And I will see you all next time. I've been That So Moon. If you have got this far, hey, it's worth a like at least. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And hopefully you've enjoyed this little half an hour nonsensical rant, just enjoying a part of the game which I don't think anyone does anymore. It's just guides and how to get it and meta. And oops, actually cancelled the recording there, sorry. But yeah, it's nice to actually enjoy an event as opposed to just like doing a meta, just doing a min-max and just like trying to unlock wham bam thank you ma'am, just to be able to enjoy the event for what it is as well. I've been That So Moon. I will leave it with you. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, socials are all in the description below. And good luck with your Jedi Knight Luke. And again, this is a fantastic character. It is incredible. Go and have a lot of fun with this character. I will see you all next time. Cheers, guys.